Most farmers, when they're in a property, they want to leave it at the end in a lot better state than what they took over. And we're in that process.
We thought Leon was a particularly good candidate for a carbon farming pilot because sandy soils and low rainfall are characteristic of large parts of Australia. We thought it was really important that that agroecological environment was represented within this program. We know that it's difficult to build carbon in this environment because there's not much clay in the soils to protect the carbon, and there's not much rainfall to grow biomass to contribute to soil carbon. But the management changes that this farm's going to make, shifting to rotational grazing, changing the fertilising regime, these are things that give us the best shot, we think, of building soil carbon in this environment.
In taking Seven Winds down a carbon path, we were particularly interested in soil health aspects and getting improved production figures, etc. But in doing that, we also have to change our management techniques, and some of that is rotating our stock, in this case sheep, through paddocks, a series of paddocks. Over 8 weeks, a paddock is occupied once and then it sits vacant for 7 weeks. But we're also looking in dry years, which we expect to be 3 in 10. We'll pull the sheep back into contained areas and almost hand feed them for the mid-late summer period. That will stop the paddock thatch being destroyed. In doing that, we can not only maintain soil moisture, but we can also have the soil profile a bit cooler. And this helps the bugs and organisms and fungi that's in that top layer survive through summer and give us a lot better position for cropping and grazing, and if you want, other things as well. We have got some natural resources on these farms that perhaps others don't have, and that's chicken litter, which will be one of our main strategies of getting our soil organic matter into a much better ratio. Another part of the carbon strategy is to change our tilling practices. Traditionally, like a lot of mallee farms, we have tilled here, not overly heavily, but we have tilled. And now that will be pulled back with air seeding, and that should help build up the soil organic matter more quickly.
By growing more organic matter and feeding more organic matter into the soil, there's a greater nutrient holding capacity in the soil. There's also a greater moisture holding capacity in the soil. So all those things we think will help build soil productivity, and any soil carbon sequestration that we see will be a bonus.
In the first few years, there are a lot of changes you have to do. They have come at a fair cost, but we think they will be offset, more so in production rather than in actual carbon credits, because they will come slowly and they are not necessarily a pot of gold. And if we can get, say, 25–30% production benefits over a period, and we can reach that by year 10 of the 25-year period, then we should be going quite well. But it will also give us this entry point into the markets too, making sure the consumer can actually see that you're actually trying to do something about the environment and leave the farm in a better condition. This year has been one of the heaviest winter droughts in South Australia, particularly in this area. It makes farming very difficult, and we're hoping by this new method that some of those droughts or dry years, we can pull the impacts of them from being catastrophic to being tolerable, maintain our breeding flocks and so forth at the same level, so that we don't have a heavy yo-yo effect on our farm production.